This one time, since you all want to be on the front lines, Harumi, don't you love me? That's the punchline. I'm like, hey, listen, if it was that easy, why of you would have had a welcoming back to gossip spill vibe, where the tea is always hot and the drama never stops. And today we woke up because this one is messy because it looks like we finally know why. Remy has been out here losing her mind over Papoose and Clarissa Shields. The streets are chatting and word is easy. The block captain is already stepping out on her. That's right. The man she risked everything for is allegedly playing her, and now she's looking really stressed. The whole thing is falling apart. But this guy Papoose doesn't feel sorry for her at all. According to sources, he's been kind of clowning her for cheating first. This is giving instant karma, and it looks like we might be in for another big showdown. Now, let's be honest. Who could have predicted that the Papoose and Remy love story would end like this? He loved her and stood by her side through everything. And let's not forget that when she was in prison, he went above and beyond for her. He even risked being put behind bars when he attempted to smuggle a skeleton key to her in prison. Talk about devotion. Authorities made it more difficult for him to see her, so he married her while she was still incarcerated. Yes, you read correctly. It was a phone wedding. That isn't love. I don't know what is. When she eventually left, they formalized their union with a lavish wedding and blended their families. Remy had a child before she met Papoose, and he had 3 of his own, but they managed to work things out. On paper, they had the ideal love story that everyone admired, one that had endured hardships and even 6 years in prison. However, fast forward to 2018, Father's Day in 2023 came and went without even a public shout-out from Remy to Pippo. Let's face it, this was strange because, as anyone who knows Remy knows, she never missed an opportunity to tell the world that Papoose was the best husband, the best father, and the most loyal man out there. She would go out of her way to flex their unbreakable bond, constantly reminding people that their love was as strong as a rock. However, this time there was no Instagram post, sweet message, or expression of gratitude, just radio silence. People started to make fun of the situation because it was so out of character for Remy to remain silent. That's what really got people talking, though. Papoose posted a cute family photo with the kids, but guess what? Remy was missing, and it wasn't. Just her child from her previous relationship was also missing, so the comment section erupted. People asked, where's Remy, and why isn't she in the picture? Before someone said, you married a woman who was never deeply in love with you. You, on the other hand, were blindly in love with her, and now you're seeing the truth. Oh, that one stung at first. Just seemed off. But nobody realized how deep the mess actually was until rumors started flying that Remy had been creeping, and not just with some random guy, but with none other than Easy, the block captain. This was the real shocker because, let's not forget, AA's wasn't just some industry dude who moved in the same circles as Papoose. The idea that Easy, the block captain, would actually cross the line and sneak around with Remy behind Papoose's back had everyone in disbelief. Papoose and Iaz had mutual respect, worked in the same industry, and had no reason to clash. Until this, of course, but Papoose wasn't about to let it go. Word on the street was that things got really heated between them very quickly, and according to eyewitnesses who claimed to have been there, Papo didn't just pull Easy aside for a quick conversation. He laid him out and said, yeah, the street says Papoose actually knocked him clean out. Instead of acknowledging that he had been handled, he went to social media and began attempting to minimize the situation. He went on Twitter and wrote, you all want something bad to happen to me so bad? Of course, it's the same hating men and females, but y'all should get the story straight before y'all speak. That wasn't enough, he went on, saying, I'm not mad about the rumors. I'm not mad about false stories because being the person I am, stand. But when I see people happy at the possibility something happened to me, that's unacceptable. Now, I don't care about anybody. Why? We're not friends. Even Welder called on Papoose to clear things up. Can you believe that he tweeted that real men do real things? Pap, you all better shut these rumors up before I do. This man's audacity was astounding. But here's where it got even worse. Papoose didn't say anything, didn't defend himself, and didn't reply to E's tweets. Instead, he simply let him drown. However, guess who did decide to speak up? She came out, but instead of addressing the actual cheating rumors, she tweeted something wholly unrelated. I would like to apologize to everyone who was disappointed tonight because we couldn't get 3 full rounds from all the opponents I tried. And let's be honest, that wasn't a denial. It wasn't solid. T was just damage control. The biggest eye-opener, though, was Papoose's silence. Anyone who has followed their relationship knows that he used to ride for Remy hard. Always there to defend her, shutting down rumors, and stand pink toes down for their love. But this time, he was silent. And that silence spoke volumes. He was always willing to step up and defend her, no matter what the situation was. Whether it was drama, rumors, or just social media trolls trying to stir the pot. Papoose had Remy's back 100%, but this time, he said nothing. And that silence said so much that people couldn't ignore it. It was as if he was saying without actually saying it that the rumors were true. Let's face it, if there were no truth to them, Papoose would have been the first to shut them down, defend Remy, and correct the record on social media. But instead, he just let it go. And that's when people truly began to believe that the cheating rumors weren't just rumors. This is the same man who used to publicly praise Remy, always talking about how important it is for a man to honor his queen. He once said that if she disagrees with something, he must take her perspective into consideration moving forward. He can't just completely disregard her point of view. Happy wife. Happy life, but no, that same man had gone silent, and his refusal to defend her was louder than any statement he could have made at this point. People were already convinced that the rumors weren't made up. But if there was any doubt, it vanished the moment Ray and Es showed up for the battle rap showdown against Chiotti. And let me tell you, things went really well until Gooey touched the mic. If you know anything about battle rap, you already know that nothing is off limits. He went straight for the jugular instead of just throwing light jabs. Exposing her for the battle rap crowd went crazy because it wasn't just about exposing Remy. It was like he was saying what everyone already knew but hadn't dared to say out loud. But hold on, Dai didn't stop there. Oh no, he went in and ripped into Remy for cheating on Papoose after he stayed faithful to her for years. Gaddy's way of saying it was so clear that it wasn't just some wild accusation thrown out for shock value. The way he presented it ruthlessly, he made it very evident in his eyes that Remy had betrayed the man who had been supporting her through thick and thin. Instead of simply dismissing the accusation and moving on, he went for the knockout, showing his admiration for the world's greatest woman music. What's even more shocking is that he didn't even attempt to refute it, not a single word of denial, argument, or clapback. He just stood there, essentially confirming everything that people were saying without having to say a word. Listen, 2 side pieces these days, and messy doesn't even begin to describe it. But while everyone was waiting for Papoose to come clean about the cheating scandal, he did the exact opposite. He remained silent, cleaned his hands, and moved on to F Street. And the person he moved on to was none other than Claressa Shields, the boxing champion herself. Yes, this is where things get even messier. Claressa and Remy actually knew each other before Claressa even began dealing with Papoose. Yes, she was in Remy's direct message. However, before anyone accuses Remy of foul play, let's face it, Remy did the same thing with Easy, the block captain, while still married to Pap. Normally, you would think Remy wouldn't say much when dating Claressa because she was involved in a cheating scandal. But instead of remaining silent, she's out here talking recklessly and throwing shade like she's going to fight for what she's already lost. This is where things get even more bizarre though. because we're talking about Clarissa Shields. An actual boxing champion our may enjoy talking tough. But is she really ready to get into a fight with someone who literally knocks people out for a living? Rumor has it that she's been hinting that if things don't work out, she's ready to argue, sis. Are you sure about that? The real question is, though, if Remy is supposedly happy with EAs, why is she so pressed? Regarding her ex moving on, let's be honest, it probably has everything to do with the fact that things are going great for Papoose and Clarissa. Clarissa didn't just say that she's all in. She also hinted that if he proposed, she would be saying yes. She said that you didn't have a fight and Tom isn't ready for this work, adding that it's natural that she doesn't have sore. I like talking about occasionally, and I love boxing, which is one of my favorite sports. That's why. I said that I love him and that his support is very different from what I've had in the past, the way you speak to me and other things. There you go. We deserve each other, but I don't know. It's not one of those things. I was like, I want to keep all to myself, and it looks like the feelings are 100% mutual. Papoose isn't hiding his love for Clarissa. Instead, he's out here proudly showing her off, standing beside her and making it clear that he's moved on for good. Let's just say Remy isn't handling it well, as she has been planning for months to cause drama between Papoose and Clarissa. She even leaked private texts to give the impression that Papoose was only using Clarissa and wasn't truly feeling her, that Clarissa sent to Pap in an attempt to make her feel desperate. She wrote in one message, "You'll take accountability because you were the one who was married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely or to communicate you fell asleep in the Sprinter." It seems like Clarissa was just asking for basic respect, right? Remy flipped the script and tried to make it seem like Clarissa was begging for attention, even making fun of her writing. This supposed to be a world champion boxer fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa and he refused to leave. Now I'm telling everything. Remy was the only one, but she stopped there and accused Clarissa of running a whole smear campaign against her. She posted this woman, Clarissa Shields, and that sorry publicity team had been spreading false information about me every day to make me look bad and make him look like Doe's gift. I begged Pap to do something to stop the narrative, but he kept telling me to just keep quiet because that's the best thing to do. Well, I'm tired. Oh, and he said he would never be with you because you're ugly. But don't worry, I saw it all. If you thought that was messy, she continued, leaking more messages that gave the impression that Clarissa was begging for the bare minimum in their relationship. One of them, Clarissa allegedly wrote, "I'm not happy, but I'm all right. Going to stop? I don't want to stress you more than you already are, so I'm just tired of talking to you and you're not hearing me. So I can't thank you for your honesty, though that's always the best option. I won't say anything else. I ask for gifts. I'm tripping. I express I like flowers. I'm tripping. I want time set aside dedicated to me. I'm tripping. I don't know how to feel. I'm just lying here feeling foolish." And then Pippo came, out swinging. He turned the script on Remy, addressing the rumors that she had cheated on him with the easy-to-blow cock captain. "Last Christmas, Remy was at home with my daughter. Now that I've finally moved on, she's angry and making up lies. I told her that we could get a divorce like adults. But she won't do that because I wouldn't lie and say that I didn't knock the chump out. The next part is that the shade was unmatched. It's the last time I saw this chump, he was in the fetal position, and everyone saw it. I knocked him out, and Remy woke him up and took him home with him for 4 days. As you can see, she couldn't wait to lie about it again. M is a narcissist. He shook my hand and then slept with my wife in the oop room. I thought she was exposing Papoose and Clarissa, but she really just exposed herself and Clarissa when she clapped back. I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out with this clown behavior. And if you thought Remy was going to take that quietly, you must not know her. She fired back right away, saying, I'm not 45 yet, but you are 29. And I'll just say this, you're not aging like wine. But she didn't stop there. I'm not your enemy. Okay? Tell your boyfriend to buy you some flowers and gifts. And he didn't answer any of his phones because he was with his asterisk Cali girl. This week, let's be honest, R was trying to hit home by suggesting that Papoose was already cheating on Clarissa. However, Clarissa came prepared with receipts. So instead of allowing Remus to fabricate her story, she exposed her for trying to create drama by sending phony texts. Then, she went for the knockout punch, literally challenging Remy to a fight. Clarissa Shields vs. Remy, February 2nd. Come get your ass whooped. D. Crash out. Woo. Remy already got her hands, but Clarissa is a trained professional boxer and an MMA fighter. This isn't just a street fight. This would be considered a certified beatdown, but hold on, 'cause Clarissa went all out in an interview. When asked how much money it would cost to get into a fight with Remy, she said without hesitation that she would definitely do it just because music knows your real phone number. At this point, it has nothing to do with anything else. It's just that part that says, I'm a businesswoman. Don't leak my number. Why'd you do that? MAM.M. I mean drama sales. I'm not in that beef. My smoke with her is posting my number so people are like, oh, she wants to fight. Fight her over a guy. What? Stop it. Stop it. That is so disrespectful. And I'm a train killer like underscore boxer, and I'm trying to kill her. It's like they're talking about this girl. And he's like, I don't do number 30-second fights. It's 30-second wear you're a suit, or list minutes of. And let's not forget that these two have a deep-seated animosity for one another. Meanwhile, Ree's boyfriend, Easy the block captain, hasn't been keeping quiet either. A few weeks ago, he boldly claimed that men are jealous of him because he's with Remy. I'm saying, hey listen, if it was that easy for any of you, you would have done it. There are a bunch of people who don't like me for no reason because I have to hold up. I have to start that hold. Start a newsflash. I knew a few months before our battle hit me. I knew already. I know he's up there trying to play victim and all of that. But he knew 2 years ago. I'm not going to lie. Don't let up, and I'm going to tell you how we knew. That girl put a recording device in Ree's car, and that's how he knew something was off. You can hear her talking to me, but you can't really hear me on the other side, so that's how he knew. As soon as he says, I'm keeping $1 here, I'll show you all the proof, and I'll just say, I was under the mum. I was under everything. That basically is underscore already split up already, like mothering, but wait. There's more. The block captain actually got Remy to publicly declare her love for him. In the midst of a public rap fight, he abruptly revealed what everyone had been speculating about all along. They're officially a thing. I'm only going to address this once because you all want to be on the front lines. Hey Remy, don't you love me? It's the current situation. With all the work that the block captain put into keeping Remy down, you'd think their relationship was rock solid, but insiders claim that Az has been creeping on her since the beginning. He never even cut off his side piece when they first met, so he was already stepping out on her. Guess what? Remy only learned about his cunning behavior a few weeks ago. To be fair, no one is saying that Papoose and Clarissa were entirely in the right if they were playing around before things were officially over with Remy. But let's not forget that Remy did the same thing. And now she's looking like the one. Who took the biggest L? It was never just about Papoose moving on. It was about Remy realizing she played herself. Additionally, Papoose himself acknowledged that Remy has been refusing to sign the divorce papers. So it's pretty obvious why she probably thought she could still control the narrative and make things messy for Pap and Clarissa. It's already cheating. And let's face it, E's entire reputation is a sly wink. So Remy truly believed she was the exception. Now, I was asked if she thought Papoose was truly into Clarissa or if this was just a way to get even with Remy. Let's discuss it in the comments section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch the next video for even more messy drama.